All right, we have take two. I thought I'd show you how I built my circuit and my logic behind it. The first take was interrupted by a phone call. I forgot to put it in airplane mode when I'm using my phone to video. All right, so I took apart my last circuit. I was kind of sad because I hadn't finished debugging it, but I'll come back to it. All right, so I left the red and black wires on because we're always going to need power, so I kept that 5 volt. We're always going to need ground. Let me make sure that's exactly on there. Ground, okay. Red to positive, black to negative. Went ahead and put the LEDs in. So I came up with a pattern. Rather than doing 7 pins, I noticed this pattern that whenever 2 happens, 6 also happens. Whenever 3 happens, 5 also happens. When 1 happens, 7 also happens. Okay, so let's just make this and these, the 3 and 5, connect with a blue wire. So let's just start with blue. Oh, I'm not sure what fell. Oh, the push button fell. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the push button on. This shows 2 push buttons, and it talks up here about it helps clean up the voltage and prevents false readings from the button. I'm not quite sure about that. So it does show that the push buttons kind of bridge that divide. So let's do that much. Let's do push button. It doesn't seem to fit very tightly in there, but we'll go with it. You're twisted. Okay, that's better. All right, we're going to do blue. All right, I have the blue as the circle group. Okay, and so circle group is in 5. I coded it to be in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Okay. So then it wants to be in the positive. It wants to be in line with the positive part of the LED. Okay. Negative. So the power is going to go through the positive, come from the Arduino communication to here, through the LED, through the negative. So then I want to pair up that negative with the positive of the other one that I want to link it to. Now from the negative of this other one that I linked to, that's where I'm going to use the resistor. I'm not very good at bending resistors, but it seems to be getting the job done. Okay. All right, so then the center is green. The center is the triangle group. I have the triangle group coming off a 9. Again, positive. And then from the negative of here to the positive of here. And then a resistor from the negative. A little bit of a tickle. All right, so then I did white. I did white for this guy. Circle group. Circle group went to 5. Circle group, white group is square. Square goes to 11. I did the odds just because I would have gaps in between. Who's going to 7? The lone LED is going to 7. All right. Bring that to positive. All right, then connect negative here to positive here. We're getting quite crowded. Finishing up that loop with another resistor from the negative in line with the negative of that. the lone LED. Let's see. Now I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I have the negative leg of this LED in line with the negative leg with this LED in line with this resistor to the negative. I don't know if that's going to work or not. We'll find out. So let's just hook up the pin for communication purposes. All right, I might need my right hand for this. I want to get in front of that positive pin right there. Did I get it? I think I got it. Alright, so then the lone LED is 7. Boom, 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 7. Okay, my output is from my, those are my outputs. My input is coming from my push button. Okay, oh, then my push button's up here, 13. Okay, so push button is, oh, I think I see a problem. Okay. Okay, so push button is input. Okay. All right, so I'm looking at this. It looks like, okay, from here you have the Arduino board communicating with the push button. And then you have the resistor coming from the same line. So I'm going to call that positive. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm going to call that the positive pin from the push button. So that's where the resistor is coming from. And then on the other pin of the push button, you need a jumper to get to the negative. Okay, so let's just do yellow. Okay, so I don't know if we can go on this side or not. I don't know if it matters which side. We'll find out. Okay, 13. And then that's going to be in 13. And then this wants to be the same pin. So we're in line with that bottom pin. So over here, I want it in line with that bottom pin, and I want to bring it to the positive. This is going to be tricky. I made my resistors too fat. Okay. Stay there, stay there. Okay, okay. All right. So then I'm just going to use black because, you know, black is going to connect the negatives, and I'm just going to jump from the other pins on the push button to the negative. Okay, all right, there is the building. Now I'm going to compile it, and we'll come back with another video, see what happens, see if it works.